for another video. I'm excited to talk about nature with you today. It's honestly been a really exciting part of my holistic health journey. I talked a little bit about my eating disorder recovery story on my channel recently. Go check that video out. But honestly, what I've been investing my time in and my money and just like my energy has been nurturing my body to a place where it can heal holistically all the time. So I'm connecting with my spirituality, my creativity. I'm organizing my home in a way that pleases me. And I'm also making sure to stay connected to my community, my loved ones, and also one of those important pieces of my enjoyment and bringing joy into my life all the time is connecting with nature. And there's actually a couple reasons why nature is so rejuvenating and almost like a form of therapy. And I live in California. I recently drove to Malibu, and I should have made a video while I was there, but I think that I've had more time to reflect on my experience hiking in the mountains that I feel like is much better than if I were to just whip out my phone and take a video right there. I might do that in the future, but I'll share my thoughts with you now. I learned recently that, if you live in a city area, or if you think about an experience where you've been in a classroom for like an hour, how you feel like the air is just kind of like drained of life because all of the people there, it kind of sounds weird, but we're like draining the air of all of the like ion charges that are there. It's not charged anymore with life. And when you're breathing in, out, like you're breathing in with the other person next to you just breathed out, it's like, all of the energy is used up in that room. So when you're out in nature, just the rhythm of like the air moving through the trees and just the oxygen that the trees are giving off, there's an energy in the forest. You can feel the difference. There's not like this need to study physics to completely understand how this is different. The difference between an indoor classroom and a walk in the woods. Every person would vote the walk in the woods is just charged with energy and life force. And when you can go in the woods and you can breathe in that energy, you actually are affected by that in your body, and it affects you at a cellular level. And it does bring healing to the mind and body. And we often ask like, why is that peaceful? Or go on a nature walk as somebody recommends, but we don't actually sometimes think about why that's so recharging. And that's because of the energetic components that the nature can bring to somebody as they step out and they get out in nature. So I would encourage you to this week make it an assignment, a fun assignment, if you like to. Get outside somewhere where you can actually just spend at least 30 minutes being in the sun. The vitamin D, it helps us. We can absorb it through our skin and our eyes. Once we do that for 30 minutes, it helps us grow strong bones, healthy connective tissues. And it's so interesting that we can absorb vitamin D through our skin. So getting your skin exposed to a little vitamin D, you can still absorb it if you put sunscreen on. And also just the positive charge of the ions in the air that you're being around, just sitting and noticing how quiet it is, and maybe listening to the sounds of nature is also so peaceful. And taking a moment just to recognize that it just feels different and appreciating that. So while there's these physical and physiological aspects to why nature is so therapeutic to our bodies and us as humans, there's also a mindfulness component that we can activate if you think about it as you step into nature and you just get into this place where you can appreciate the difference and the contrast between life in America, the fast-paced life, and then also how different it feels in the forest or the outdoors. And if you can, this is something that not everybody can do, but if you can, take off your shoes and step on the ground, because there's also energy that courses through the earth that, when you step on the ground, you're connecting with that energy, and it actually provides an energetic boost to your cells, and it courses through your body, and it helps just stabilize your electromagnetic fields inside of your body and your cells. So There's this one guy who, his name is Ben Greenfield. He recommends to drink some minerals in a glass of water in the morning. You can do that by taking a mineral supplement or getting a trace minerals liquid and dumping that in your water, or simply taking sea salt, like a teaspoon or so. When you take sea salt, that kind of sea salt actually has a lot of minerals in it from the earth. Like if you get pink Himalayan salt, that actually has a lot of minerals that your body can use, and so it doesn't actually become a toxic thing that, like, we've been told it is. So you can drink some of that, and then you can walk around barefoot outside, and it will actually recharge your body and balance electromagnetic fields inside. And I don't know if you know this, but electromagnetic energy inside of our body actually keeps our heart beating. It's amazing. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and tell me where you're gonna go for your nature walk and your nature exposure, and also tell me what you'd like to see next on the channel. I really want to hear from you. I enjoy spending time with you, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our weekly videos. We do the podcast and we do the weekly video on Fridays. So yeah, let me know, guys.